Number 2 is, of course, the Green Bay Packers at 8-9. So we actually have them with a losing record as well. Look,
take that, Hayden.
we're sorry, but they put their belief in the wrong people sometimes.
Yep.
I think that's what this comes down to. The fact that they didn't keep A.J. Dillon to help out with Josh Jacobs, I think is a mistake.
Yeah.
I honestly think drafting Matthew Golden in a lot of aspects is a mistake that they're going to end up fighting themselves over too. Because you know what? I still am not a believer of Jordan Love. I don't believe he should have been paid the contract that he got paid. And I'm not a money guy. We're not money guys. But
no.
Obviously, you see that contract, you think that, just like Trevor Lawrence, you think that this is a top 5 guy. And just like I told everybody, I've been on record saying this time and time and time again. And you know the most recent one was Deebo Samuel after this. I said you don't pay a guy that much money for one good performance of, one good year that he had a hell of a performance. It's going to end up biting yourself in the ass. And it did the same thing with Jordan Love. He was not what he was.
At the beginning of the season, when he was injured after game 1, I believe it was, they were actually doing pretty well before he came back.
Yep.
That was another one that was kind of like, they're going to put him back in. They paid him that much money. He's going to come back in, but the team is winning without him.
Yeah. So. Let's get into a little bit of the offensive production. Packers offense ranked 8th in the league in points scored, averaging 27.1 points per game. Caveat, I just wish they would believe in those other receivers that are there, because they have so many damn receivers on the team that this is my Matthew Golden take. This is why I think Matthew Golden is awesome. We said this months ago.
Yep.
When Isaiah Bond came in for Texas and didn't step up to the plate, it was Matthew Golden. And I asked 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝗲𝗀𝗃, I said, yo, who is that? That dude is a baller. But Jordan Love completed 63.1% of his passes for 3389 in yards. 25 touchdowns and 11 interceptions across 15 games. His passer rating was a 96.7. Even though he has a very quick release at 2.8 seconds, he only got sacked 14 times. Right. So the defense, on the other hand, is pretty much why I think they're going to be in a lot of games this year, to be honest.
Yep.
Edgerrin Cooper.
Uh-huh.
Rashawn Gary's coming back healthy.
Yep.
Under the first-year defense coordinator, Jeff Hafley, the Packers defense demonstrated significant improvements, ranking 6th in points allowed, 19.9 per game. They were also 4th in EPA and 7th in defensive DVOA. Hafley transitioned the defense from a 3-4 scheme to a 4-3 scheme, emphasizing the cover 3 style similar to the Seahawks Legion of Boom defenses. And probably the one thing that they need to improve on the most is the special teams unit. They finished 22nd in the rankings last year. So there's a couple notable signings for their group. Aaron Banks coming over as a guard. Nate Hobbs comes over as a corner. Xavier McKinney, of course, y'all know him. He was there last year.
Right.
McCole Hardman, another receiver. What are we doing, brother? But the departures that they had were Jair Alexander. His best years are beyond him, which is so sad to see, because you've seen our top 10 list year after year after year, and it was hard pressed for him not to be either number 1 or number 2 on everybody's list. A guy that I've been very high on since his college days at Georgia, Eric Stokes, is now with the Raiders. Corey Ballantyne is with the Colts. Eric Wilson with the Vikings. A.J. Dillon goes to the Eagles. And Josh Myers signs with the Jets. Yeah. Let's look at their draft real quick. Matthew Golden. Great pick for any other team outside of the Packers. Anthony Belton, one of our favorite offensive tackles in this draft. That was a great pick. Then they go down the rabbit hole of going with Savion Williams. What are we doing, brother? That dude is going to be... as overhyped as a lot of them. This is where the bulk of the part of their draft that we think was good and why we gave them a B grade. Baron Sorrell from Texas. It's going to be awesome. Colin Oliver from Oklahoma State. That front seven was nasty. He's going to be awesome. Warren Brinson. Any Georgia player that you get from that defensive line is always going to be awesome. Mm-hmm. Micah Robinson in the 7th round from Tulane. Great player. Yep. And then John Williams, offensive guard from Cincinnati in the 7th round as well. So the finish to their draft was better than the beginning of their draft for sure. Correct. And we had them in like a B ranking. Yep. What say you, Don? I know I've said a lot, but
that's all right.
I think this is where they're going to be.
Yeah, they've made moves in different ways, and they just are not solid overall. They haven't really got that definition of an identity. We are this team. We are that team. They don't. Yeah. They're playing without the identity.
We've been saying that for years.
Yes, and it's really going to show. I mean, offense tied for 8th last year, defense 12th, special teams was horrible, 32nd, but just picking roster spots, they actually went out not only to fill the spots, but they got players. That's what a lot of teams don't do. When they go for those later round picks, they're just picking slots. You're getting bench players. You're getting people to say, I covered that slot. These guys actually got players. Mm-hmm. So they're making some of the right moves, but I don't think they're going to have enough definition on both sides of the ball to have a winning record this year. It's going to be a disappointment for a lot of people.
Yeah. Tough schedule, too. Anytime you have to play the Washington Commanders and Arizona Cardinals team early in the season, especially before they start, it seems like Cardinals always get 1 or 2 injuries like early in the season that kind of derails their season. But playing Arizona Cardinals in the first 5 weeks is never easy while Kyler Murray's got fresh legs. Again, the question mark, like Don said, aligns with what is their identity. With Matt, we know who Matt LaFleur is. Matt LaFleur. We know that he's a good coach. Right. I think he's easily a top 10 coach in this league.
Yeah.
But the thing is what is your identity? We have no idea. When you go and you draft Christian Watson, who a lot of people thought was better than Drake London, and we told you on this show to stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Stop. And now I've yet to see Christian Watson enter the top 100. Drake London was just on it. Yep. Sorry, sir. Sorry, not sorry. And now he's got Michael Penix Jr. throwing him the ball. And it's just like weapon after weapon. Josh Jacobs is going to have to be backpacking a lot of this offense this year, I believe. Yep. And I feel bad for him, but I just am not a believer of Jordan Love quite yet for me to be like, he's Aaron Rodgers, he's Brett Favre, he's, Bart Starr. He's not any of these guys, right? But he's got the contract that the Packers say that he could be. So
correct.
We shall see.